Good evening, everybody, and once again, welcome to another exciting episode of Just Talking. Um, I'm a bit late starting my stream tonight, and I haven't had a chance to put myself out or put my advertisements out to tell everybody that I'm streaming. So, hopefully, those of you that know will know. Those of you that don't won't. Um, I did a stream. I did a stream last night of not last night. I did a stream. Oh, I've got two viewers on Twitch. So hello. There's my camera over there. I forgot what my camera was. Hello, you two viewers on Twitch. How you doing? Oh, and I've got one on Facebook. Hello, you viewer on Facebook. I did poetry. Which went down like a lead balloon. I've decided that people on people who stream don't really want to have poetry. So tonight I thought what I'd do is I'd go through the worst jokes on the planet. Yep, I think we'll do the worst jokes on the planet. Let me just get my chat up so that I know what I'm doing. Sorry, like I said, I'm not. I, I've been a bit slow today and sorting myself out. So let's get my chat up so that I can see if anybody's actually chatting to me. So let's put that up there. No, it looks like nobody's chatting to me. So that's fine. Right. So what I thought I'd do. Normally, what I do is I start with some cameras over there. I keep forgetting where my camera is. Trouble is, I'm not using a camera. I'm using a mobile phone, and it doesn't look like a camera, so I have to keep remembering where I put it because I've got three cameras, one there, and one down here, and I forget which camera I'm on, so I have to keep looking at it. So if you're there, please by all means say hi. I'll say hello to you. So anyway, what I normally do is I normally do the news, and I go through the papers, but the papers are so full of one story and one story that's dominated the news headlines for all of this week. And unfortunately, it's one of these stories that polarises people and brings out a lot of haters. And I'm not a negative person. I don't want haters, so I've decided to steer clear of anything political. So I'm going to go straight into what I was going to go into, but I'm a little behind with myself because I I've had the builders in all week, and I've been having a stair lift put in. Not a stair lift. I've been having a special loo. Now this toilet is absolutely fantastic. Right, I love this toilet because you sit on it, and when you've done your business, right, when you've done your business, you use your elbow to push back on it, and it flushes. When it's flushed, right, if you hold your elbow on it for 15 seconds, a little bar comes out of the bottom of the toilet and it squirts hot water up your bum. And it is, it's nice warm water. The toilet's actually got a boiler on it that keeps the water quite warm. And it's actually quite an interesting experience. It really is. To have your bum squirted with water. And then when you've done that, right? When you've done that, okay, then when you take your hand off, when you've had your bum all squirted with water, and you take your hand off, it dries it with hot air, and it's absolutely fantastic. And this toilet's unbelievable. I mean, at the moment we've got no door on the bathroom. They're coming to put the door on the bathroom tomorrow, but once they put the door on the bathroom, I should be quite happy that we've got the toilet. Right. Anyway, without further ado, I should just have a sip of my drink in my themed cup. So I don't see that anybody's on, and I don't see that any of my messages are going out. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So I need to check my timers. Let me just. I'll shut it all down now, haven't I? Let's open things up. Oh, yeah. This is. I've got some news. I've got some news. I'll give you some news. I've been approached by an advertising agency, and they want me to make to be a voiceover for a commercial. Now, normally I turn this down because it's a lot of hard work, but I've actually seen the script, and it's a very short script, and it's something that I can do. So I thought I'd say yes. The reason I also thought I'd say yes is because if you want to join a voiceover agency, it may work differently in other countries, but in this country, if you want to join a voiceover agency, why am I showing as offline on all my destinations? I'm showing offline as everywhere. No, I can't be offline. Why am I showing as offline? I don't know why I'm showing as offline. Um, for some reason. No, there you go. Look, thank you for following. Thank you, Mac OMX, for following me. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So that's obviously working. So I don't know why I'm showing offline on my destinations. Oh no, I'm showing online again now. Yep, I'm showing online. Sorry, it's all going wrong. So anyway, yeah. This advertising agency want me to do a commercial, which I'm quite happy to do because once you've got an active commercial running, you can then join a talent agency. Once you join a talent agency, you can then start to really promote your voice. And my voice, for many years, my voice gave me a good living. But getting cancer sort of put a stop to that. But just lately, my voice has improved to the point where I think I can actually start using it again. And I think it's this streaming that's done it. I think that the streaming has allowed me to use my voice. I mean, I can't talk at the world record speed that I did, but doing the streams that I have done for the 6 weeks that I have been doing it has given me exercise and allowed me to improve my voice, and it doesn't feel or to me as croaky as it did before. So I can then get and do what I need to do, and I'll put on the voice that I need to put on when I'm doing the commercial. So that's something that might come off. I don't know for definite on Monday. They've only just sent me the script today, and I looked at it, and I've only just agreed to it, and we're just negotiating over the fees at the moment. So once I've got the fees, that will that will be that will be that. I hope. Right. Oh, I've got somebody watching on YouTube as well now. Paul Cooper. Yeah. Shows life on Facey going for ice cream. Okay, you go for an ice cream. Um, you go and have your ice cream, right? Okay. Meanwhile, I'll get into what I was going to get into. So my wife told me to stop impersonating flamingos. I had to put my foot down. I went to buy some camouflage pants, but I couldn't find any. I can't count the number of times I failed mathematics at school. I used to have a handle on life, but it broke. I was wondering why the frisbee kept getting bigger and bigger, and then it hit me. I heard there were a bunch of break-ins over at the multi-storey car park. That's just so wrong on so many levels. I want to die peacefully in my sleep, not shouting and screaming like my father's passengers. I got that wrong. I'll start that again. I want to die peacefully in my sleep, like my grandfather, not screaming and shouting like his passengers. That will teach me to do things from memory, right? When life gives you melons, you might be dyslexic. Don't you hate it when somebody answers their own questions? I know I do. It takes a lot of balls to play golf the way that I do. Hi Higgins, how you doing? How you doing? Do you know? I don't know, Higgins. I've got a funny feeling. Are you male? I think you're male. I don't know. You can't really tell the sex, but hello. Right. Anyway, I'm just going through the world's shittiest jokes because nobody ever watches me, but I just did it anyway. I told him to be himself. That was pretty mean, I guess. I know why they say money talks, right? I know they say money talks, but all mine says is goodbye. My father has schizophrenia, but he's good people. The problem with kleptomaniacs is they always take things literally. I can't believe I got fired from the calendar factory. All I did was take a day off. Most people are shocked when they find out how bad I am as an electrician. Never trust atoms, they make up everything. When my wife found out I replaced our bed with a trampoline, she hit the roof. I used to be addicted to the hokey cokey, but I turned myself around. I used to think I was indecisive, but now I'm not so sure. How are we doing so far? How are we doing so far? I don't know. Higgins is. I don't know why Higgins is timed out. I can't see anything there. I can just see you and I can see Higgins and that's it. So other than that, I don't know anything else. Right. Russian dolls. They're so full of themselves. The easiest time to add insult to injury is when you're signing somebody's casts. Light travels faster than sound, which is the reason some people appear bright before you hear them speak. And that reminds me, Mickey's here. That sums you up perfectly, Mickey, doesn't it? Right. My therapist says I have a preoccupation for revenge, but we'll see about that. A termite walks into a bar and says, "Is the bartender here?" I told my girlfriend she drew her eyebrows too high. She seemed surprised. People who use selfie sticks really need to have a good long look at themselves. Two fish in a tank, and one says to the other, "How'd you drive this thing?" I always take life with a grain of salt, a slice of lemon, and a shot of tequila. I just burned 2,000 calories. That's the last time I leave a cake in the oven while I sleep. Always borrow money from a pessimist. They'll never expect it back. Build a man a fire for a day and he'll be warm for a day. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm the rest of his life. And I don't suffer from insanity. I enjoy every minute of it. The last thing I want to do is hurt you, but it's still on the list. The problem isn't that obesity runs in your family, it's that no one runs in your family. Today a man knocked on my door and asked for a small donation towards the local swimming pool. I gave him a glass of water. There we go. Apparently those are the worst one-line jokes on the planet. All right? They are the worst, right? They are the worst. But there's more. Do you want more? Do I hear you all shouting out you want more? Yes, I do. Yeah, you're saying, all right, okay. What else? I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put it down. Doctor, there's a patient on line 1 that says he's invisible. Tell him I can't see him now. Atheism is a non-profit organisation. A recent study has found that women who carry a little extra weight live longer than the men who mention it. Just need to stop there for a minute. Just to stop there for a minute. The future, the present and the past walk into a bar. Things got a little tense. Before you criticise someone, walk a mile in their shoes. That way, when you do criticise them, you're a mile away and you've got your shoes. Hello, Sander. How are you? Nice to see you there on YouTube, Sander. Last night, my girlfriend was complaining that I never listened to her or something like that. Right, let's see. Paul is going for an ice cream. It's his age. He's got no teeth. I mean, when you get that old, you lose your teeth. So I suppose an ice cream is about the only thing he can really eat. Unless you're still there, Paul. And Higgins, are you still there? And Hayden, are you still there? Are you still there, Mickey, or have you fallen asleep? I wondered why the frisbee kept getting bigger and bigger, but then it hit. I've done that one, Mickey. I did that one earlier, but keep them coming. Last night my girlfriend was complaining I never listened to her or something like that. Maybe if we start telling people their brain is an app, they'll want to use it. I'm doing fine. I'm a guy with autism in my early 20s who enjoys your content. Okay. That's good to hear. Thank you. That's good to hear. So, where are you from, Sandy? What country are you from? Higgins, you got timed out. It's not obviously it's something I did. I mean, and I don't know why you got timed out. Strange, right? Okay. If a parsley farmer gets sued, can they garnish his wages? Why do people? It's Tracy now. Why do people on a diet visit the paint store? Because they get thinner. I love it. That's it. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. That's it. These are the worst crap jokes on the planet. It's good, yeah. Keep them coming. We can make a whole evening out of this. Keep them coming. Right. I got a new pair of gloves today. They're both lefts, which on one hand is great, but on the other hand, it's not right. I was born in Bulgaria and adopted, but live in the USA. Okay, you sound like you've landed on the both feet. Mickey from Mickey, right? You can see it. Obviously, you can see it in the chat, or you should be able to all see it. Autocorrect has become my worst enemy. I like that. I like that. I think when you lot do one, I think I'll play my canned laughter for you. So, let's do them. So Tracy, this is for. Mickey, this is for you. Right, there we go. Right, so just to let you know, I'm appreciated. Right, okay. I don't think orthopedic shoes would help, but I stand corrected. I was riding a donkey the other day when someone threw a rock at me and I fell off. I guess I was stoned off my arse. By the way, I like your leather jacket in one of your videos. What brand is it? Canned laughter is poison to my ears. Yeah, canned laughter is poison to mine. I can't hear it. So, but people appreciate it. I've got other canned laughter. None taken. What colour is the leather jacket? I've got a black one, which is it's made by a company called Interceptor. I've got a blue one, which was hand stitched for me in Morocco. So it was actually made by a little guy in Morocco, and it's got no brand. And I've got a brown one, which has got which is a Japanese brand, I think, and I can't say black. That was the Aviator. Sorry, Aviator. That was the brand Aviator. That was the brand Aviator, right? Aviator. Of the black one. I don't have that black one anymore. I got rid of it because it's I got fat. I got really fat. I mean, I put on 25 kilos in 2 years, so that jacket don't fit me. Right, from Mickey. After a long time, I told my hot co-worker how I felt. Turns out she felt the same way, so I turned off the air conditioning. Yeah, nice one, Mickey. Nice one. Cover your ears if you don't like canned laughter. I wish I could keep the leather jacket 25 years. My black one would have been fine. It probably would have lasted me 25 years. But like I said, I got fat. I do have a pair of Dr. Martin shoes, Dr. Martin boots. I have a pair of Dr. Martin boots that must be 30 years old. Must be 30 years old. So I know that leather does keep. So I've got a pair of those. Right. Okay. People who take care of chickens are literally chicken tenders. It was an emotional wedding. Even the cake was in tears. I just got kicked out of a secret cooking society. I spilt the beans. What's a frog's favourite type of shoes? Open-toed sandals. Blunt pencils are really pointless. 6:30 is the best time on a clock, hands down. 2 Wi-Fi engineers got married. The reception was fantastic. Ice cream eaten and I've got to bugger off for a shower as we're going out tonight. Okay. Yeah, oh. Okay, Paul. That's unusual. Enjoy yourself. Where you off to, Paul? Where you off to? I just got fired from my job as a set designer. I left without making a scene. Thank you, Sander. Thank you. What's the difference between ignorance and apathy? Well, I don't know and I don't care. One of the cows didn't produce milk today. It was an udder failure. Now this one did make me laugh, right? This one makes me laugh. Adam and Eve were the first ones to ignore the Apple terms and conditions. Refusing to go to the gym is a form of resistance training. The Tiger, where we went for lunch. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a nice place. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. That's the all-in-one buffet, isn't it? That was quite nice. That was. Yeah, the all-in-one buffet. Yeah, yeah. That's Paul. That the all-in-one buffet. That's what you're talking about, isn't it? Um. Okay. I don't know if Higgins and Hayden are still there. You've got any jokes, guys? Go on, bring them on. All of you, bring them on. Right. If attacked by a mob of clowns, go for the juggler. The man who invented Velcro has died. R.I.P. Despite the high cost of living, it remains popular. A dung beetle walks into a bar and asks, "Is this stall taken?" I can tell when people are being judgmental just by looking at them. The rotation of the earth really makes my day. Well, to be frank with you, I'd have to change my name. No, it's the spoons where we went. Oh right. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh sorry. In the high street. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Sorry. I was thinking of the Chinese. Yeah, the spoons where we waited for Kim. Yeah, I quite enjoyed that. I quite enjoyed that spoons. That was nice. Only I enjoy Weatherspoons at the best of times, Paul. But that was especially nice because it was the first time that I got away for ages. And I'm planning a trip out to Peterborough to meet the guys if you're up for it. But that's going to happen in the near future. My friend was explaining electricity to me, but I'm like, what? What if there were no hypothetical questions? Are people born with photographic memories, or does it take time to develop? The world champion tongue twister got arrested. I hear he's going to get a tough sentence. Pollen is what happens when plants can't keep it in their... No. ah, ah. Oh, fucked up on that one, didn't I? Pollen is what happens when flowers can't keep it in their plants. Live, it's live. It's live. You can't. I can't edit this. I can't correct it. Communist jokes are not funny unless everyone gets them. Geology rocks, but geography's where it's at. I buy all my guns from a T-Rex. He's a small arms dealer. My friend's bakery burnt down last night. Now his business is toast. Who's still there? Higgins, Hayden, Sander. You guys still there? Tracy, Mickey, you still there? Anyone? Are you all still there? You all still there? Four fonts walked into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, we don't want your type in here. If you don't pay your exorcist, do you get repossessed?" Oh, good. Just checking, Tracy, making sure you haven't fallen asleep. When the cannibal showed up late for the buffet, they gave him the cold shoulder. A Mexican magician tells the audience he will disappear on the count of three. He went unos, dos, and poof. He disappeared without a trace. I ate a clock yesterday. It was very time consuming. That one was from Mickey, in case you didn't spot it. So he gets some laughter for that. A ghost walked into a bar and ordered a shot of vodka. The bartender says, "Sorry, we don't serve spirits here." The man who invented knock knock jokes should get a Nobel Prize. I bought the world's worst thesaurus yesterday. Not only is it terrible, but it's also terrible. A blind man walked into a bar, and a table, and a chair. A Freudian slip is when you mean one thing and you mean your mother. I went to a seafood disco last week and ended up pulling a mussel. The first time I got a universal remote control, I thought this changes everything. How do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it. I saw a sign the other day that said watch for children, and I thought that was a good deal. Whiteboards are remarkable. I put my grandma on speed dial. I call it Instagram. I've got a few jokes about the unemployed, but none of them work. I have a split personality, said Tom, being frank. My teachers told me I would never amount to much because I procrastinate. I said, just you wait. Will glass coffins be a success? Remains to be seen. Did you hear about the guy whose whole left side got amputated? He's all right now. The soldiers who survived both mustard gas and pepper spray are seasoned veterans. Have you heard about a new restaurant called Karma? There's no menu, you'll get what you deserve. How are we doing so far? That's 100. That's 100 I've given you so far. That's 100. Do we want more? That's the question. Do we want more? Why did Adele cross the road to say hello from the other side? What did a grape say when it got crushed? Nothing, it just let out a little whine. I want to be cremated because it's my last hope for a smoking body. Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. To the guy that invented zero, thanks for nothing. I had a crazy dream last night that I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda. Turned out it was just a fantasy. Right, Tracy, this is from my other half. What do accountants do when they are constipated? They work it out with a pencil. That's good. That's good. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Right. A crazy wife says to her husband that moose are falling from the sky. The husband says, no, that's reindeer. Ladies, Tracy, right? Ladies, if your man can't appreciate your fruit jokes, you need to let that man go. Forrest Gump is the most hacked Wi-Fi. He's got the most hacked Wi-Fi on the planet. Do you know why? Because of his password. It's OneForest1. Can February, March? No, but April, May. If you need an ark to save 2 of every animal, I know a guy. I don't trust stairs because they're always up to something. Smaller babies may be delivered by a stork, but the heavier ones need a crane. My grandfather has the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban from the zoo. Why was Dumbo sad? He felt irrelevant. A man sued an airline company after they lost his luggage, but he lost the case. I lost my mood ring and I really don't know how to feel about it. Yesterday, I accidentally swallowed some food colouring. The doctor says I'm okay, but I feel like I've died a little inside. I don't know what the apocalypse means, and it's not the end of the world. My friend drove his expensive car into a tree and found out how his Mercedes Benz. Becoming a vegetarian is a big mistake. I was wondering why the ball was getting bigger, and then it hit me. It's like your frisbee joke, Mickey, really. Some aquatic animals at the zoo escaped. It was utter chaos. Waking up this morning was an eye-opening experience. Long fairy tales have a tendency to dragon. What do you use to cut a Roman emperor's hair? Caesar's. The Middle Ages were called the Dark Ages because there were too many nights. My sister bet that I couldn't build a car out of spaghetti. You should have seen her face when I drove past her. I made a pun about vacuum cleaners, but it sucks. I made another pun about the wind, but it blows. Never ever discuss infinity with a mathematician. They go on about it forever. Getting the ability to fly would be so uplifting. It's really hard to explain puns to kleptomaniacs because they always take things literally. Two windmills talking to each other. One says, "What's your favourite kind of music?" The other says, "I'm a big metal fan." England doesn't have a kidney bank, but it does have a Liverpool. What do you call the wife of a hippie? A Mississippi. I knew a cross-eyed teacher that couldn't control his pupils. I was originally going to get a brain transplant, but then I changed my mind. There was a kidnapping at school yesterday, but don't worry, he woke up. What washes up on tiny beaches? Microwaves. I hate how funerals always start at 9 AM. I'm really not a morning person. What's the difference between a poorly dressed man on a bicycle and a nicely dressed man on a tricycle? Attire. German sausage jokes are the worst. How did Moses make coffee? He brewed it. I drink brake fluid, but I can stop at any time. From Mickey, how do you spot a blind man on a nude beach? It's not hard. Other half is now watching as well. He loves them. Blind men on he loves blind men on naked beaches, on nudist beaches. Okay, to each their own. Right. How did the picture end up in jail? It got framed. My ex still misses me, but her aim is starting to improve. Coffee has a bit of a rough time in our house. It gets mugged every morning. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One is really heavy and the other is a little lighter. I just found out I'm colourblind. The news came completely out of the blue. What's the quickest way to make antifreeze? Steal a blanket. How do you make a good egg roll? Push it downhill. Apple is designing a new automatic car, but they're having trouble installing Windows. I've started sleeping in our fireplace. Now I sleep like a log. You really shouldn't be intimidated by mathematics. It really is as easy as pie. What did the hamburger name its baby? Patty. Why are frogs always so happy? They eat whatever bugs them. What did the duck say when she purchased new lipstick? Put it on my bill. My parents have told me that I must stop drinking coffee or they'll ground me. My wife refuses to go to a nudist beach with me. I think she's just being closed-minded. Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France? There was nothing left but debris. I wanted to take pictures of the fog this morning, but I missed my chance. Unfortunately, my dad passed away because he couldn't remember his blood type for his transfusion. But it was a good death. His last words to us were, "Be positive." What do you call a girl with one leg that's shorter than the other? Leanne. Towels can't tell jokes. They have a dry sense of humour. What did the buffalo say to his son as he was leaving? Bye, son. A cabbage and a celery walk into a bar and the cabbage gets served first because he was ahead. What does a clock do when it's hungry? It goes back for seconds. Any more? Any more? Are you, or have we done them out? Have we done that, or do we want more? Or do you want more bad jokes that are so cringeworthy that you can't help but crack up? Is that what we want? Why don't oysters donate to charity? Because they're shellfish. What does a baby computer call its father? Data. What did the Chinese janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies. Why are colds bad criminals? Because they're easy to catch. How does a penguin build a house? It glues it together. Which knight invented King Arthur's round table? Circumference. What do sprinters eat before a race? Nothing. They fast. What do you call a fly without wings? A walk. I saw a shipwreck last week, but it hasn't quite sunk in. How can you find Will Smith in the snow? Follow the Fresh Prince. What's the easiest way to make a glowworm happy? Cut off its tail. It'll be delighted. What do you call a belt made of watches? A waste of time. What's the best way to carve wood? Whittle by whittle. What's the difference between a piano and a fish? You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. What did the pirate say on his 80th birthday? Aye, matey. How do you organise an astronomer's party? You plan it. What's the action like at a circus? It's intense. Why did the Scarecrow get promoted? Because he was outstanding in his field. What do you call a pony with a sore throat? A little horse. What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick. What do you call a factory that sells generally decent goods? A satisfactory. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. What should a sick bird do? Get treatment. As a job, I can really see myself cleaning mirrors. What grade did the pirate get on his report card? 7 C's. What kind of pictures do hermit crabs take? Shelfies. What do you call a person with a briefcase in a tree? A branch manager. What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? One you'll see later, the other you'll see in a while. When is a door not really a door? When it's ajar. What do you do when you see a spaceman? Park in it, man. Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He really needed some space. Why did the coffee call the police? It got mugged. Why did Cyclops close his school? He only had one pupil. Why do birds fly south in the winter? Because it's too far to walk. How did Darth Vader know what Luke Skywalker got him for Christmas? He felt his presence. What was the mummy's favourite type of music? Rap. I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. How are we doing so far? Are you still there, all of you? Just checking. Tracy, Mickey, Hyden, Higgins, Sandow, Tracy's other half. Hello, Tracy's other half, who I think is called Jonathan. I'm sure he's called Jonathan. Hello, how are you? What's the award for being the best dentist? It's a plaque. I bought some trainers from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but I've been tripping all day. Wash hands. Wash hands. Okay. Wash hands. I don't see the emoticon that you're showing, Mickey. All I see is I'm not watching on you. I'm not watching on YouTube, so I can't see your emoticon. All I can see is the text for it. So you're obviously washing your hands. I'll teach you to masturbate when I'm streaming. Right. Why did the toilet paper roll downhill to get to the bottom? What's the best name for a man sitting down? What's the best name for a man who can't stand? Neil. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Why are groups of fish so smart? Because they travel in schools. What did the drummer name his twin daughters? Anna 1, Anna 2. Why does Waldo only wear stripes? Because he doesn't want to be spotted. I witnessed an attempted murder today, but only one crow turned up. How do you catch a bra with a booby trap? How many tickles can an octopus take? 10 tickles. Why did Cinderella get kicked off of the football team? Because she kept running away from the ball. Do you know that aliens, right, little green men, have 3 ears? They do. They have the left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear. Cosmetic surgery used to be taboo, but nowadays when you talk about it, nobody raises an eyebrow. Did you hear the one about the 3 watering holes in the ground? Well, well, well. Why did the Invisible Man turn down a job offer? Because he couldn't see himself doing it. Tracy's got one. What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs? Still no idea. Okay, okay. Let's What do you call somebody else's cheese? Nacho cheese. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be called baygulls. What do you call Samsung's security team? The Guardians of the Galaxy. I got rid of my vacuum cleaner yesterday. It was just collecting dust. What kind of tea is the hardest to swallow? Reality. Why did the golfer need new trousers? Because he got a hole in one. What do you call a dinosaur with one eye? Do you think he saw us? How do snails fight? They slug it out. What did the left bum cheek say to the right bum cheek? You crack me up. I'm fine, Mako MX. How are you doing? How are you doing today? What do you call someone who points out the obvious? Someone who points out the obvious. What did the fish say when it swam into a wall? Damn. Which school supply is the king? It's the ruler. What do you get when you cross a vampire with a snowman? Frostbite. What do you call a person with no body and no nose? Nobody knows. A set of jump cables walk into a bar and the bartender says, I'll serve you, but don't you start anything. I'm fine, thanks. Your microphone is a little low. Okay. Shouldn't be now. That's any more, and I'm over modulating. That's pretty much maximum for my microphone, Mako MX. Any more, and I'll be punching it up into the red. Just double check. if I can get it up any higher. I don't think I can, because otherwise it will be in the red. But it's always worth bearing in mind for the future. But let's just punch it up. I'll just punch it up until we go up into the red, and then draw it back down again. Right, how's that? Is that any better? Because I'm actually peaking in the red, which means that I'm slightly over modulating. So I'm just going to back it off again. Right, there we go. Right. What's the worst part of being an egg? Well, you only get laid once, and it's with your mother. Why can't a hand be 12 inches long? Because then it'd be a foot. I left my job at a shoe disposal plant because it was soul destroying. Parallel lines have so much in common, but it's a shame they'll never meet. There are three types of people in this world: people who are good at maths and people who are not. So what do I do for a living, I mean, if you want a share, of course? Well, obviously it's not comedy. I'm retired. If you must know, I'm retired. I retired on medical grounds, which is why I've got so much time to waste streaming. What do you call an Italian astronaut? A specimen. Two guys walk into a bar. The third guy ducks. Why do ghosts love lifts? Because they raise their spirits. What do you call a snobby criminal going downstairs? A condescending. My last job, Mac OMX. My last job was an Uber driver, but that's not my. That wasn't my chosen career. In fact, my chosen career when I left school was a printer, and I served many years as a printer, and accrued quite a good pension, which is why I can afford to retire early. But my last job was as an Uber driver. What did the princess say in the photo booth? Someday my prince will come. Yes, a printer. Offset litho. What can you do if you're scared of elevators? Take steps to avoid them. What's brass and sounds like Tom Jones? Trombones. How do prisoners communicate with each other? Cell phones. All right, okay. Yeah. Oh. Like I say, your graphic design is a good job. I used to be a printer, not anymore. Technology did away with my trade many years ago now. How many bugs do you need to rent out an apartment? 10 ants. What did one elevator say to the other? I think I'm coming down with something. Just to let you know, people, Mickey, Tracy, Mako, everybody else, I only stream for an hour because talking non-stop for an hour really does my throat in. And I've got about 5 minutes to go. So if you got anything you want to get in, go for it. But I've got another 10 gags, and then I'm gonna call it a day. What's a food's favourite snack? Doritos. The shovel was a truly groundbreaking invention. Two cannibals were eating a clown. One says to the other, "Does this taste funny to you?" Why did the melons have a big wedding? Because they cantaloupe. Can you explain what your latest job was about? I didn't understand the word. A little context. I was a taxi driver. Why can't wildcats take tests? Too many cheaters. You shouldn't make a dad joke unless you've got kids, because if you do, it's a faux pas. A man died after drinking varnish. It was a terrible end, but a beautiful finish. What's the difference between Prince William and a tennis ball? One is out of the throne and one is thrown in the air. Blimey, Mako, by the time I was 35, I had four kids. By the time I was 35. It's actually good to see my wife up and out of bed. What did the overexcited gardener do when spring came? She wet her plants. I really used to hate my body hair, but then it grew on me. Do you know what I really like about Switzerland? Their flag is a big plus. I'm from London, Mako. I'm from London. Um, South East London, to be quite honest. What do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. What's the best time to go and see a dentist? 2:30. How much does an influencer weigh? An Instagram. What do you get when you combine a rhetorical question and a joke? Right, on that note, I'm going to stop with the shit jokes, people. So I'm I'm done with that. I've got a few new followers. Thank you very much. And some other people there. So it's nice actually. I spend a lot of time, or I think I spend a lot of time doing these streams and talking to myself. Oh, I've got something to show you. Hang on, I've got something to show you. I've got something to show you. Ah, something to show you. I had these made up. Oh, well, this is only one. There should be two. So I'm going to ask him where the other one is. I had this made up. It's a hat. Ah, oh, look, my green screen. It's yellow, this hat. Oh, dear. That's going to be fun. It's got, look, stevewoodmore.com on it. Look, see? Oh, dear, my green screen. Oh, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? That's going to be a bit of a problem. That shouldn't happen because my green screen is chroma key. Um, my green screen is chroma key on chroma key green. So I'm not sure why it's picking up the yellow. It could well be because the amount of light that I've got three powerful key lights on the wall to light the background. But that shouldn't pick that up. It's picking up the chroma key on that, and that's yellow, not green. Obviously, yellow is a primary component of green, but that shouldn't pick it up. So that's that. Oh, and this shirt here, by the way, I've just realised something. It's the wrong way round, isn't it? Oh, I don't believe this. It's the wrong way round. That's because I forgot to reverse it. So sorry. Oh dear. There we go. Right. Okay. That's it. Right. Yep. That's it. Right way round there. Sorry. I can't believe I've done this whole stream with my logo the wrong way round. My mate said that I should get my t-shirts printed back to front. Well, that doesn't really help, does it? Because they'll still be the wrong way round. I do have two shirts that are the wrong way round for when I'm out and about and I'm using the selfie camera. But I can edit it, as you can see, from just a switch. I can just quickly flip, bump, and bump to turn myself around. So I'll put myself around that way. Coming back to my news, yeah, my chroma hat, yeah, that shouldn't happen. That hat's yellow. I'm going to have to look at my chroma key. Oh, I can see it in the right hand corner here. I think my chroma key's a bit out, so let's have a. I can see it just there. just there, I can see that my chroma key is slightly out. So I'm just going to alter my chroma key a bit and see if that makes any difference. So where are we? Which camera am I on? Which camera am I on? I am on that one. Properties. Right, let's just, yeah, just up there I can see it just slightly drifting out, and I wonder if that's what's causing the problem. So let me just change up my chroma key a bit. The trouble with chroma key is it's such a delicate between the try and get it right, that if you're not careful it might it keys out the wrong thing. As you can see, can you see it up there? Yeah, you can see it up there. It's not really keying that out properly. So I'm just trying to alter that. So let's have a look. That's making it worse. So it could just be down to the amount of light I've got on it. Let's turn the light off. No, that's making it worse. Look. Let's turn the light back on again. Oh yeah. I'm not sure why that's not keying out properly. So let's. There we go. That's better. Right, let's try that hat again now I've ordered it. No, it's still, if anything, it's a bit worse. Oh, yeah, okay. That looks, make my face disappear now, look. Oh dear, I can't believe that. It's chroma keying on that. If I turn my chroma key off completely, you'll be able to see my hat. So hang on, I'll turn my chroma key off. Let's turn my chroma key off. There you go, look, there's my hat, look, see, yellow, see? Hey! You can see the chroma key behind me because I've got a green screen and a green. This is all chroma key green, so that you can so I can superimpose whatever I want over the back here. Let's take that off. Put my chroma key. I'm just looking at that over there. That's that. No, it's that one. It's a little light over there. So let's put some more light on that area over there. Yep, that should sort that out. That should sort that out. Just put that chroma key in like that. I don't like the way that's done that. That needs looking at, right? Okay. That needs looking at. John says the colour in yellow, one part is green. Yes, yeah. Now the chroma key is green, but the last time I checked, green was yellow and blue, and for some reason it's chroma keying on the yellow as well, because of the major. I mean, yellow is 50% of green, but it's the settings. I can actually alter the chroma key settings by getting it to key to exactly the colour that I'm on. At the moment, I've got it on default, but if I let me just switch it off and get it to key on exactly the right colour. Let me just see if I can switch it on to exactly the right colour, so that we can chroma key onto that. So custom, turn chroma off. Select colour. Let's choose one that's pretty close to where I need to be. We'll call it that one. Right. Let's chroma key on that one. Right, there we go. Look, I've chroma keyed myself out. So let's just bring myself in. There we go. Let's see if that changes anything. No, that's actually made the hat worse. So let's go back to defaults. There we go. Right, hang on, it's all going wrong here. Yeah. Right. It's just a case of fine tuning. Yeah, I have a good setup because I like to make things look good. I like to put a background, Mako. I like to put a background. For that little corner, I recommend you to use a mask. I don't need to use a mask. I just need to. I've done it now. If you look, I've keyed it out. It's completely keyed out. I just needed to turn the threshold up a bit. So That's keyed out. Let's try it with a different background. Let's try it with a much lighter background. See what happens. There we go. Look, yeah. As you can see, that's a much lighter background. As you can see, that key's working perfectly now. So there's no ifs and buts there. So let's try it with a darker background. Yep, no worries there. But like I say, the hat is, because the hat is yellow, that's so close to green, which is annoying because my other hat is green. But it doesn't matter. I can wear those when I'm out, so that's fine. That's fine. Let's try it on a moving background. See what happens. No, we've had that background. We've had that background. Let's have a look at this background. No, that doesn't want to go, so we can delete that one. Yeah, so that all seems to work. That all seems to work fine. So let's come back to that. Right. Oh look, I've just put the ship background up, but no, it's I've gone back to my I've gone back to that. Don't forget, if you're on YouTube, to do the follow, subscribe, and ding the bell. I'll run that again. To subscribe and ding the bell to let you know when I go live again, which will now be Monday 19:30. Thank you for following me, MacOMX. I do appreciate it. Right, like I say, I'm going to go now because I don't know if you can hear it, but my throat is starting to get a bit rough. So I need to go, Mac. It's nice to meet you, Mickey. Nice to hear from you again. Tracy and John, nice to hear from you again. Higgins and Hayden, if you're still there. Sander, if you're still there. Paul, if you're still there, and everybody else. I'll see you. I'll see you another time. But that's it for me. So I shall just run one of my little doofers to cut myself out. So bye all.